everyone, today I'll be sharing the 6 resources you should definitely have to be a better baker. Hi everyone, this is Maureen Kamari, founder of Amari Baking Center, author of How to Start Up a Small Baking Business. In this channel, we share baking recipes, cake decoration tutorials, and baking for business advice. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. So the first resource you should make sure to take advantage of or use as a baker is cake blogs. Okay, you need to make sure you're at least visiting them or at least constantly checking out cake blogs so you can be a better baker. Make sure you find cake blogs that share maybe baking recipes, tips on how to bake or be a better baker, or maybe a blog that shares a lot of decoration tutorials. So you can follow ours, amaribakery.com, or there's so many out there like the cake blog or nutmeg.com. Just make sure you're following bakers who've been doing the baking for a long time so that you're constantly improving your own skill as a baker. A second resource you should definitely be using or following is Instagram. So Instagram is really huge, especially for bakers and cakers in general. So the best thing to do is follow those like really huge accounts or maybe accounts that are sharing a lot of stuff. You can get inspiration from other bakers who are doing really amazing things, especially if it's a niche you're into. If it's a baker who does a lot of bread, make sure you're following them. If it's a baker who does cake decoration or cake decoration tutorials, make sure you're following them. So make sure you find those Instagram accounts of bakers who are doing really well or you want to have the skill like those bakers and start following them. You can also start following hashtags, by the way, guys. You can follow like maybe cake tutorial hashtag or the bake feed or Instacakers. Find a hashtag that's really going to show you the content you want to see, and it's going to make you a better baker in tutorials. And you can make sure to follow us on Instagram. We share a lot of tutorials and recipes that you can learn from. The third resource you should definitely be following is YouTube channels. So just like Instagram, there is channels for bakers and cake decoration on YouTube. And the awesome thing about YouTube is that they're longer, it's long form content. So it's like 10 to 20 minutes of a tutorial on baking or cake decoration or tools, something that's going to give you a lot of information on something you need to get better at. So make sure you're following those bakers that are doing amazing stuff. Like I'm sure some of you know Yolanda Gamp on How to Cake It on YouTube. You can follow our account as well, or Man About Cake. Just find those bakers that you want to improve your skill and maybe be like them, and make sure you're following them on YouTube. So another resource you could definitely follow or you should be following is Pinterest. Pinterest is like this social media that actually where you're able to pin boards or images, and it's good to follow up on there because it has awesome inspiration when it comes to cake designs. So if you're looking for designs for specific maybe baby shower cakes or buttercream, you just go on there and search buttercream cakes and you see so many options. So Pinterest is awesome for inspiration. If you have a client who wants a design and they don't know what they want, you can choose to actually go on Pinterest and search. You don't have to do exactly what you find, but you can like sort of tweak it and make it your own. So make sure you're on Pinterest. If you don't have an account, get one and actually start following boards to actually be able to get inspiration from Pinterest. Alright, the fifth resource you should definitely be on is Facebook. Facebook has so many aspects. You can follow pages like Wilton or ours, or just cake making or baking kind of pages are awesome to follow. You can also get into baking groups. Those are really awesome resources for especially bakers who are getting started or a baker who wants to get better at something specific. So whether it's in your local area or a specific niche, find those baking groups that you can join so you can become a better baker, or maybe to get baking advice or tips on how to be a better baker or a better decorator. Make sure you're on Facebook connecting with bakers and actually just keep learning more. Maybe there's people who share tutorials. We tend to do that on our page and on our group we have. So make sure you're on Facebook so you can learn more and more and you can be a better baker. The last resource I'll tell you to make sure to have especially if you're really specific on baking, is recipe books. So you can get these on Amazon.com. You can get our locally tested recipe books, or you can just make sure you're buying or collecting recipe books that help you be a better baker, especially if you're getting into a niche like baking breads, you know. So start looking for those bread recipes, and then once you practice them and get better, you can be able to tweak them into your own recipes. So if you want to be a better baker, especially even more than cake decorating, make sure you're getting the right recipe books that'll help you be a better baker. So to recap, if you want to be a better baker, here are resources you should definitely be taking advantage of. First of all, you need to make sure you're on YouTube. Second, make sure you're getting recipe books. Third, Facebook. Fourth, make sure you're on Pinterest. 5, you need to make sure you're on Instagram. 6, you need to make sure you're following or visiting baking blogs that will help you be a better baker. So I hope this post has been really helpful to you. If you actually share, or if you like to follow any kind of blogs or groups, make sure you comment below. Share what your best resource is as a baker that has really helped you grow. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.